क्योंकि उनको पता है कहाँ तक कॉल करेंगे, ये पता नहीं कितनी देर सोएगा यहाँ पे, ये ना। अब डियर को तो पानी पीना है,
इसलिए वो आके कॉल करके
कर रहा है कि उठ जाए चले जाए तो पानी के लिए।
Once again, I am starting another adventure at Ranthambore Tiger Reserve. Over the last many safaris made here, I have started loving this forest region very much. It may not be green as the South Indian forest, but just like any other forest region anywhere in the world, this forest also has its treasures of wildlife hidden in it, and this forest displays some of them to the people visiting here every day. Today, my ride is to Zone 10 of this Ranthambore, and I have another 2 families and a foreigner passenger besides me in this vehicle. In the beginning itself, the langurs were seen playing as a big group on the tree branches down there. The moment we started the ride from the gate inside the Zone 10, I realized that today this forest has an entirely different ambience than my many last safaris done here. And as we reach to the pond few yards ahead, it is another visual treat after the first sight of the langur group. A huge group of sambar deer are drinking water and cooling themselves from the summer heat. Sambar deer have many subspecies which may vary in size and appearance, but it is known as the largest oriental deer, with some adult males reaching 550 kg in weight. They have a thick coat of long, coarse hair which forms a dense mane around the neck, especially in the males. The males can be distinguished by their antlers, as well as being slightly larger and darker than females and young. Sambar deer are quite elusive and are most active at dusk and at night. They are predated by Indian leopard, Bengal tiger, and the wild dogs, which makes them an important component of the ecosystem. Although their first instinct is to freeze when disturbed, they will confront predators with loud alarm barks, storms, and mane will erect to make them appear more intimidating. I can say, in various rounds made through this Zone 10 today, we spent a major time around this water body here. And the visuals that we received has been enchantingly divergent and each time more and more attractive. We moved out from there and then we headed inside the deep woods. On the way, we stopped beside a small man-made water pond for any big cat sightings. The peacocks are walking around, and behind the bushes, female nilgais are grazing freely. Nearby, another small group of sambar deer were also seen. We waited there, observing the sight of those animals eating only the young and fresh leaves of the bushes. We carried on, and along the way we passed through the sites of male peacocks and spotted deer. And as we reached to an area where there is a check dam constructed for preserving water for the wild animals, our driver and guide took a small deviation to check there. This is the territory of a giant but beautiful tiger named J or T108. I had been fascinated and was curious to see this muscleman since last many months. And once we reached to that check dam, we saw the sight that we all were expecting. Tiger 108J is resting on the other side of the check dam after drinking water from the dam. He is in deep sleep. His sleeping posture itself is a beauty to watch. The powerful arms and its muscles and its sleep altogether made him more and more handsome. We watched him for long, waited for the powerful animal to wake up from his sleep with patience. But Jay is in deep sleep still. We decided to turn back and go for another round. During this peak summer time, it is very much obvious and we expected to have further movements around various water bodies in this zone. And the driver and the guide decided to return to the first water pond to have a check there before heading to the farthest region of this zone where another female tigress is reigning. And as we reached there, another 4 or 5 safari jeeps were already watching the sight. A beautiful tigress who have recently parted from her mother. People call her the daughter of Aishwarya, and so far unnamed, and she is not numbered by the forest department yet. The tigress is sitting inside the water pool. Few minutes since we arrived, she got up from the water and jumped up the step and stood there for some time. Her powerful muscles, the long front hands and the legs, the uplifted collarbones, altogether she seemed to have the shape of a horse. The entire pool is empty and none of the sambar deer, about 45 minutes prior, are not seen anywhere in the water now. I should say the tigers of the North Indian forest are slightly bigger in size and more powerful than the tigers of the South Indian forest. Far from the tigress and close to us, the pond heron is moving like a brave warrior and it doesn't care about the tigress sitting there. A beautiful painted stork is walking through the water and having its meal in between. The tigress rested on top, observing all the birds moving through the pond and around. As the tigress was resting on the other side of the pool and being far, we decided to go behind it so that we can have a much better and closer view. We went to the other side of the pond. It's an area just behind where the tiger was resting. And once we reached there, it is much clearer view and closer. We watched their actions for a long time. Well, we cannot spend the entire safari hours remaining here itself watching the princess. We have the king of this zone waiting for us on the other side. And the drive till there, it will take approximately 20 to 30 minutes. Anyway, this tigress here is closer to the exit gate and we have to come through this way while we exit after the safari, and hence we decided to return to watch the male tiger Jay again. On the way, it was a male nilgai sighting on the roadside. The male nilgais are usually seen as a lonely wanderer or in small herds of other males. It is seen with females only during the mating days, and now this one is alone. Nearby itself, the peacocks are moving beside the nilgai. And as we reach to the small check dam area where Jay is resting, he is still in his resting mode but with his heads up. After few looks here and there, the emperor started sleeping again. This jungle region can be seen in lush green background just for a couple of months post monsoon season, and I am yet to experience that beauty. It is summer season and other animals are waiting beside us to quench their thirst. The sambar deers started making alarm calls hoping the tiger will get up. A peacock discreetly approached the pond and started drinking water.
क्योंकि उनको पता है कहाँ तक कॉल करेंगे, ये पता नहीं कितनी देर सोएगा यहाँ पे, ये ना। अब डियर को तो पानी पीना है,
इसलिए वो आके कॉल करके
कॉल कर रहा है कि उठ जाए चले जाए तो पानी पी ले, या तो इनको पीछे से बैक आके इधर से फिर वहाँ पे पानी पीना पड़ेगा।
दिस इज
मेल है ना, 19-20 महीने की है वो।
बस
कौन सा?
2 साल की भी नहीं हुई है अभी, फीमेल बच्चे।
हाँ वो
अभी 2 साल की नहीं हुई है।
महीने के 19-20 महीने के।
हाँ
हाँ ओके।
मोस्टली 2.5 से 3 साल, 2 से 2.5 साल तक रहते हैं माँ के साथ बच्चे, लेकिन उन्होंने पहले ही दोनों बच्चे थे ना, वो निकल गए।
वो तो दिखती नहीं मगर
फिर उसके भी बच्चे
119 वो भी
वो तो मानता नहीं, तो लेकर से भी गिर गया,
भाग जाती है।
टोटल कितने टाइगर्स हैं?
टाइगर तो बहुत है, दिखते हैं
80
75 प्लस
70 to 80।
वो दिखते 10
बाकी सब तो अंदर ही रहते होंगे।
11 से 15 बनाने वाले भाग जाती है।
कौन सा ऋतिक?
119 रिद्धि तो 3 नंबर
सिद्धि
रिद्धि। हाँ
टोटल कितने टाइगर्स हैं?
टाइगर तो बहुत है, दिखते 10 ही है।
80
75 प्लस
70 to 80।
Though the tiger is sleeping, we have various wildlife around the sleeping king here. The sambars, the peacocks, and as the presiding officers in charge of the protection of the deers and sambars, the langurs are watching over the area from top of the trees. Since it is already past 6 p.m., we decided to start our drive back and on the way to visit the princess who is waiting us on our way back. En route, we got to see another herd of sambar deers walking across the path to drink water from the river. Even while they are walking through the river, the deer are extremely vigilant and they take every step after checking the surroundings. We reach to the pond again. The tigress is still resting up the hill there. Here and there, the sambars and spotted deers are waiting to drink water once the tiger leaves from the sight. From a far distance, a spotted deer approached to drink some water. Another sambar is still waiting in fear as they notice the tiger's presence. The alarm calls are being heard from the nearby spotted deer. The small squirrel is playing right in front of the tiger. The pinned stork is also having its meal from the water. While the deer was drinking water from the pool, the tiger happily watched and kept observing them and all the other movements and made sure everything in its empire is in good shape and condition, as well as all her subjects are living happily. Another woolly-necked stork bird is sitting on a wooden piece lying on the pond. Its eyes are so attractive and as graceful as the hazel eyes of a classical dancer. The exit time to leave the zone after the safari is almost near, and finally we decided to go to the other side again, and we rushed there. When we reached close to the tiger from behind, it stood up and expected her to walk across and to see her in some more action. However, she was lazy again and decided to lie down back and relax furthermore. In few minutes, we left the area, and while we exited the gate of Zone 10, the Ranthambore forest was telling me, "Be happy, man. Today's sightings that I gave you is just a trailer. Be patient and keep cool and stay tuned." Thank you for watching Abey Odysseys.